Alright, welcome back guys to another episode of City Skylines. In the last one we were just kind of rebuilding our industry. We made the cargo terminal here for a train station. As you can see, our industry has changed a lot. We actually are doing some tree lumber stuff, so that's pretty cool. We ended up enabling the spacing policy or whatever it is for the industrial, so that's helping out. And that's why you kind of see this area kind of a little bit look like it was abandoned, but it's all good. It had to rebuild for, of course, the lumber mills and whatnot, but also because I have that other what is it called, policy on. It's gonna help each building is going to produce a lot more. So basically, we'd need a lot less buildings. So it's going to save on space, but it is going to produce a little bit more traffic and trucks and all that kinds of stuff. So we'll just keep an eye on it and see how it all goes. So. Alright, so let's go and let this guy go. As you can see, we have some traffic coming down this road now, especially thanks to this this guy here. But we should be okay. So, yeah, everything's been going pretty good here, guys. Just been messing around with my own personal city, kind of messing around with Prison Architect. I think we're getting towards the end of the month, so we should be starting to see another alpha for that being released. Who knows what they'll add. But I know that they're talking about that in this year it's going to be the final build, so at some point they're going to hit 1.0, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, here at home we actually are in we were in a water boil advisory, so that was fun. If you guys don't know what that is, that's basically where they find a contaminant in the water, and you actually have to you can't, it's not, they warn you not to drink it. You have to boil it for a couple minutes before you actually drink it. So yeah, it's been fun. It's definitely interesting because, you know, you just have those things out of habit, you know, water, electricity, and you just do those things out of habit. You know, you wash a dish or you do something like that, and you don't even have to think about it. And when something like that happens, you know, you actually have to think about it. You know, it's just like when the power goes out, you know, you flip the light switch and nothing happens, you know, and you're like sitting there for a second or two trying to figure out what's going on, just because it's just so a part of your daily life, you know, that once something like that, you know, dramatically changes, you know, that there's just nothing you can do about it. So it's pretty crazy. But yeah, so luckily it was lifted tonight, but yeah, it's still a little, you know, still a little sketchy. I'm gonna kind of stay away from it for just probably a day or two, kind of let all the water run through and whatnot. These guys are wanting workers. Yes, okay, so hopefully they will get their workers. We do have a housing demand, so let's go and take advantage of this, and let's go ahead and run. We're gonna probably cause some problems by doing this, but we're gonna go and do it anyway. So if we start noticing some traffic issues, of course we'll start you know, widening out roads and stuff, but we're also probably gonna start working on a bus system as well. And you'll see the way I do my buses. Everybody's probably going to do their way differently, but I found that the way I do it is not only kind of more realistic in my opinion, but it also works a lot better. So, and it's pretty cool how I do it. So I'm pretty excited to show you guys, but that may not be for a little bit. So I'm considering freewaying this up just to free up some area for commercial along here, just because we have so much demand for it. But I think what I'm going to do is I think we still got that selected, so we're going to go ahead and come across to about there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start kind of making a downtown image a little bit, kind of get this area filled out as I see it. So we're going to go ahead and do some large commercial. Is that 3? Let's go and go 3. I think that guy back there is starting to build in, and yeah, it's going to be a mistake. So these guys should start to, yeah, look at that. He was building in, and then he had to kill it off. Yeah, I forgot about this hill here. Yeah, these people kind of living on the edge, if you know what I mean. So that should take care of the commercial demand. Apparently this is a high density or higher density commercial. This is based off Chili's, if you guys did not know that. I guess that's one of my mods. I probably won't have like my asset mods in terms of like buildings and cars and stuff, because I've got quite a few of those. But in terms of actual mods that I guess bring features to the game, kind of change certain things about the game, those are the ones that I'm more likely to list. Just because, I mean, if I gotta limit myself somehow, otherwise there's gonna be way too much stuff that might be way in over my head. So just gotta kind of stop somewhere and kind of limit it somewhere. So luckily traffic is flowing right now. It's crazy to look at these highways and not see as many cars. My current city, I think, is on the verge of 90,000 people, and I'll have to do a video on it. But the freeway system is pretty good, but there's really only one freeway like east to west, and that freeway is getting pummeled like crazy. But I'll definitely save that for another day. I'm gonna probably showcase my city here pretty soon, because I really liked how it's turned out. I was actually gonna do one about 50,000 people, but that video messed up, so we're gonna continue that at some point. We are gonna want to get some headquarters, the police headquarters in here pretty soon, but we're gonna kind of wait on that. Alright, so traffic is looking good, so I'm not gonna worry about freewaying or doing any sort of buses quite yet. I mean, there's just no point. Once we start noticing a lot of freeway traffic and whatnot, then that's what we're going to work on. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I ended up getting a phone call there. So alright, so we're gonna go and continue. Let's see here. I want to keep an eye on this, just make sure that traffic doesn't get too out of hand, but it should be okay because we don't really have any other traffic coming down this road, other than coming out of here and coming onto here, because nothing else really attaches over here. So let's see here. Just want to keep an eye, like I was saying, as long as traffic doesn't get too bad, we don't really have any need to do projects. Once we start noticing those issues, that's when we can actually start jumping on some of those projects and actually getting something going there. Alright, just looking around here, see if there's anything that we need to change. So we got people coming in. We do not have water over here, which I should have known. I don't know why I do that, but I do. All the way back here, okay. So yeah, this is where our main road is. So it looks like we got off somewhere, and so now we're trying to compensate there. So I know that there's at least this one, yeah, doesn't connect. It doesn't need to connect, but I just prefer that, so we'll do that. I'm not sure why it did that, but okay. We got all those connecting, so yes, that should make you guys nice and happy. Can we get... Yes, we can. So let's go ahead and put down the police headquarters. Let's go and put it right off of this road here. And then we can go ahead and just bulldoze this guy. And rezone all of that. And then we can actually probably shut down, probably. Yeah, okay. And we can shut down that guy. It's going to make people look upset, but it should help. So that's going to give us greater coverage in the area. We might even not need this guy down over here, but I'm not sure yet. We'll go and leave it running just because. Let's see here. Any policies we want to turn on for the entire city? Not really. We should probably district this area out here soon. Have we put in any parks over here? We have not. Let's go and work on that. So let's see here. What parks do we want? Maybe a large playground. Can I fit that in between these squares? Yeah, I can. So I think we're gonna go and do that, kind of. Let's see here. What do we got right there? I'm not sure what we got right... Oh yeah, the police headquarters that we just put down. Yes. Let's go and put this down back behind it. Safety of kids. I don't know. That should make people a little bit happier as well. But the overall happiness of the city is pretty good, so that's good to see. Our commercial sure popped in pretty quick as well. Alright. So I think what we might do is also go ahead and, just because, go ahead and do this as well. Don't really need to, but it just kind of helps me out, kind of find that road, as well as it'll kind of encourage the use of that road since it'll be quicker. So we're just trying to get people away from necessarily using these quite as much. Like, as the downtown develops and we start getting higher densities and whatnot, then these roads will play more of a role, definitely. But right now, not so much. We don't want them to. These are still quiet neighborhoods, at the moment. This is not a bustling downtown at all. So we dipped a little bit, but I think that was when we may have hit. Well, we came close, but I think that may have been when we brought in the when you changed the industry and a bunch of people basically lost their jobs. So but now they should be getting them back, and actually I think the industry's having a little bit of trouble trying to get people to in there, which is crazy. I was trying to see if there's anywhere else. Oh yeah, trying to see if there's anywhere else we could put some commercial. I guess we could put some off of here, maybe like that. I don't know, why not? Do they get touched by water? A little bit. I'll just go and extend that out just a little bit like that. And this area's looking pretty good. These guys are abandoned too. I'm not sure why. Again, they may have been past results of the electric problem that we had. But we should be okay. Yeah, they're gonna be rebuilt pretty quick because there's some good demand there. I'm still not sure what's going on with some of these guys. Let's go ahead and take a few of these out here. Yeah, I think it's just a shortage of workers is what's getting us right now. So this area's moving pretty good, which is good to see. Alright, so we got this out over here. We do want to get some more commercial in, I know that. Let's see here. We do have commercial along this road here. A little bit anyways. Do we have this area? This is the area that we just zoned out, okay. Alright, so we have some higher density commercial. I didn't even realize there. And of course we have some here. Do we put in... Do we have a cemetery? We do not. Alright, so we got a death problem and we don't have... Oh yeah, we do right there. Well, let's get another one going down over here. I want to be careful with these. So we have to move them. They're going to take a long time to move, but we're going to put another one down over there, so that should give some more cars, give some more coverage, help everybody out, because it looks like we're going through a little bit of a death wave right now. The other thing I want to do, I want to put in an actual hospital. I think we're going to go ahead and put it in off of this road. Never mind, I guess we're going to go and put it in back over here. I want to build it off of this road here. Now, there's a few things to it. I want to put in a parking lot next to it, just because that's usually how the hospitals are. Now, the thing is, I don't know, do we have enough room for this guy? We do not. Yeah, we do not. Alright. Could build it across the street, I guess. But no, we're not going to do that. So what we can do is... Let's go back the other way. We can of course put in the smaller parking lot, but I think we're going to need to put in, if I can find it. Let's see, 2x4, 2x8. Is that what I was looking for? I think that's what I was looking for. So we can do, actually no, that's a park. That's a parking lot. Yeah, that's a park path. That is a nice, useful mod, but I'm not going to use that right now. I want to put in a parking lot back behind this here. I'm not seeing the one that I want to normally use. Usually it's right up front here. Maybe I'm just missing it. Wow, that's a pretty large area. Let's see here. Parking space. This might be it. No, I don't think so. Normally it fills up the whole area. That may be what we use instead. If I can't find it. Small playground. Narrow path. Small park. Memorial Park. Alright, yeah, I'm not seeing it, so we might use that one that I came across. See how it looks. No, that's not the one I want to use. I might get this eventually, guys. Let's see here. Let's see, we don't want that, we don't want that one. Was it over here? Now I can't even remember where this one was at. 2x4 parking, was that? Yeah, it was parking lot, okay. Let's see here if we can actually come across it. Yeah, it seems like I'm missing a few things. So I don't know if they pushed out an update and it broke some more mods or what. But yeah, I'm definitely not finding what I'm looking for in here. Guess we could put in a couple of these guys. Maybe put one in on the corner here or something. Just try to make this area look decent. That might work. You know what, I like that. And then what we can do is I'm going to show you guys a little trick here. It's not really the best looking, I would say, but it works for what you, if you're going for something. We want to connect those up, so we're going to do that, and then we want to do, we can actually do 1x1 squares, and that'll kind of help everything out. And we can do that, and everybody's all connected up. Too bad there's that little area in between there, but I think that'll work. So it'll be a nice little area. What we might actually do is delete that, and then put in some trees along here as well, and that'll kind of make the area look a little bit nicer. We'll put the bigger ones down here on the end. Yeah, so we'll get some nice trees along there, so that'll look pretty good, and we'll get a parking lot there. So that doesn't look too bad. I kind of, that doesn't look great, but it'll definitely work. So basically I took up a whole city block just for a hospital, which to me seems about right. Maybe even a couple blocks sometimes. So this area is pretty well filled out. We are going through a little bit of a death wave, but we are bouncing back. I just want to kind of keep an eye, see how traffic is doing. Make sure nothing's getting too out of hand. Let's close that. So yeah, this is looking pretty good. We got a few abandoned places, but we'll take care of that. You know, that'll get fixed over time. We're still definitely a growing city, trying to get everything figured out. So definitely, as always, guys, don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, share the video, everything like that. Don't forget to leave a comment down below, and definitely stay tuned for future episodes. And as always, thanks for watching.